But yeah, with his teeth embedded into the bottom of this earthen sort of chamber that you're in, and with the flickering flames of the arrow that Mallory shot down slowly starting to fade, with a pitch black closing in around you tonight, things absolutely will be
getting dicey.
All right, so we'll get onto the wrong information that I gave you last week. So even the week before. So Dranath, you guys met Dranath. You guys talked to him also as well. I will just say Art Hard Studios, thank you for popping in and saying hi. And he's subbed to us on YouTube just because he's already enjoying the vibe, which is great. Anyway, all right. So the information from Dranath that was wrong. You guys asked him about the best way to deal with like ghosts and specters and spirits and stuff like that. And he gave you the information that as long as you're using sort of metal, it's going to be okay because magic and metal are kind of opposites in this world. So I was partially right, but also basically incorrect completely. So the information, what we'll say...
Just say you were wrong. It's okay. You forgive it.
Mistakes were made, but not by me.
Look, we're all learning Dragonbane, okay? We're only 5 in, but we're here. So the information that he does give you is that there's multiple different types of spiritual ghosts and entities out there. There are ones that are a little more corporeal, and they're able to like hold weaponry and attack you with weaponry. Those can be attacked with sort of some weaponry, you know, that you can definitely hurt them with weaponry. But if and then there are other ones which are way more spectral. And realistically, the only way you're going to hurt them is with magical weapons or fire. And he also mentions if you're ever uncertain when it comes to the undead and ghosts and spirits here in the Misty Vale, fire is your friend. So that is the information that I'll give you. A little correction on that.
So if they're holding a weapon, you can hit them with a weapon.
Because they've got like the ability to hold the physical.
Yeah. And if they can't hold a weapon, what was it?
It's either magical weapons to deal weapons. You need to rely on either like magic or fire.
Or fire.
Yeah.
What about, where does the metal come into it?
That was
it doesn't.
Well, that was the basically correct part.
That was the whole corporeal kind of side of things that I was half right on, but so yeah, half right. Well, 25% right, 10% right.
0.
I was probably 0% correct. But
does anyone have magic weapons, guys?
No.
Everyone got
I remember when you
flamethrower.
said about the metal, though, I was like, "Oh, awesome! I'm a blacksmith. That's such good news."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh shit! I'm a blacksmith. Irrelevant."
Well, unless you're gonna like set up your forge down in this chamber that you're in at the moment, I don't know. All right, so you guys have all landed in the bottom of this dome-shaped chamber. The floor of beaten earth and some teeth as well. You can see the opening up in the sky above you there. Just a square of brightness in this dark room. And the flickering light from Mallory's lit arrow is flickering and looks to be sort of slowly dissipating. And you can see in the northern wall a set of double oak doors slightly ajar. And on it a silvery symbol stretching across both doors. And you've got these statues in this old antiquated antiquated armor. I don't know where nightmare came from. Antiquated armor, each like flanking the doors as well. And that flickering of that arrow is almost completely disappearing. Can I just get an awareness roll from everyone, please?
Oh dear.
Awareness. I have a 15.
Did I now want to hear that?
Previous fails with a 3.
Oh, I succeeded with a 13.
Okay, cool.
I have failed.
All right, 3 of you hear just like the little squeaks coming from sort of somewhere above you in the darkness. Who's got the highest? I'd say Wilgis. You spot in the flickering darkness. You're holding onto your mouth, looking up, and you can just see the shape of these like bats up on the ceiling part of this sort of dome, and they're squeaking and sort of. It looks like despite the noise and the light, they don't seem interested in you right now. It's like they've all stopped and they're looking down towards you. Just and you can see just in that flickering of light, they've all got incredibly like long fangs. These you recognize instantly as vampiric bats. They're like meat eaters. They're quite aggressive. And they seem to be just paying attention to you at the bottom of this area.
While Wilkes is on the floor looking upwards, guys, you better check those winged goblin creatures out on the roof. Ow! Ah.
His poor little face.
Christoph, your hands up.
So I'm trying to be a bit more polite in my life. I wanted to ask out of character. You said they're meat eaters, and we threw some spiked meat down the hole. Have any of them had a crack at the meat? Is that obvious, or any of them?
No.
Is all the meat still there?
The meat is still all there. Yeah.
I need to get them that drugged meat, just like Moach said, Daddy Champion of the World style. Need to tickle the bats' tummies.
Put them to sleep, then flip them out of the water.
They might just like blood. The bats.
And the flickering of the lit arrow just slowly, the flame just weakens and weakens. It's about to go out completely, leaving you in what will be effectively complete darkness.
What? The flame's going out?
There was like an arrow that Mallory shot down into into this area.
Has anyone got a stick?
I've got a torch. I
Yes,
would imagine that in the
let's use-
Dragonbane world.
Yes.
I have a lantern.
Yes,
And
I
a
have a
flint
Ooh.
and stone.
Just smashed under the weight of Wilgus hitting the ground. No, that's...
Can I touch my torch to the embers of the flaming arrow to light my torch?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just give you some... Let's give your character some...
It's a flimmy flame.
Is landing on your lantern better or worse than landing on your keys?
Oh. My teeth took most of the impact, so my gear is fine.
I wonder if we can find a dentist when we get back.
Yes, please.
You reach down, the tip of the torch hits the dying flame, and it ignites and just lights up massively. Just bursts into light, lighting up the entirety of this domed area now. And with that, the bats, their noise just explodes into a cacophony as they start diving down and fluttering down towards you all.
Let's get out of here.
Mallory, what do we do?
Oh, you're on mute, Mallory.
The only way out seems to be that door, or it's back up the rope, and I don't think you're in any state to go back up the rope. Mallory is going to make her way towards that door, and but before she does, she's going to scoop up some of the drugged meat.
Oh yeah,
just in
scoop it
case.
up?
Just in case.
So you're leaving some on the ground, or
Well,
trying to get
I'm
as much
just
as
thinking
possible?
it's like scooping up as much as she can without sitting there for like however long picking up each little piece.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like grab some off.
Okay.
Let's move.
You pick up and head to the door, and the bats just flock straight in your direction. They can smell this raw meat.
Oh shit!
And they head directly for you.
Can I biff the meat in a different direction?
Yeah. You just throw it out across the other side of the room, and the bats are incredibly loud at this point. Just flock towards it and just sit there tearing these little lumps of meat apart, and they seem to be sort of distracted for now.
It's working! It's working!
Hey, let's get out of here.
Who wants
Who
Wilgus to stand in the cloud of bats and say, "Why do we fall?"
I like it.
I don't get it.
It's a Batman reference.
Who?
Sorry.
Batman, she said Bat.
It's a Batman reference.
Oh, Batman. I'm just gonna panically, out of instinct, just start following Mallory to the door, dodging bits of meat being flung back the other way.
Yeah, the door looks to be, like I said, it looks like it's already been forcibly opened a bit of distance, so you can see through into sort of the area beyond. And your light also is sort of pushing through between these doors. And further to the north, further through this room, it looks to be some sort of intersection and an old rusty portcullis with another couple of sets of armor. And beyond that, it looks to, all you can make out from this distance is that there's like flames or torches lighting up the far room beyond that portcullis, and there's like a table and some sort of form seated at it, but which doesn't seem to be moving. Yeah.
Let's go. These little crazy bat things aren't nice.
Yes, Digby's going to hurriedly waddle to the double doors. Can I look back? And how many bats are there roughly?
Oh, there's like 12 bats.
12.
Yeah. In somewhere between 12 and 20. It's like a swarm of bats, basically.
12 and 20. Two. He mutters to himself, 2 silver pieces each. As he goes through the double doors, if possible. Or is it open?
Yeah, the double doors, they're heavy, but easy enough for you to complete the opening of them. Just open those doors for you. And on the other side of that room, you make your way into this little intersection, and both to the east and west, you've just got this dark, damp sort of tunnel of packed earth heading off in both directions. The light isn't really bright enough to reach the ends of each of the corridors, and there are just these slithering roots and worms and centipedes on the ground and on the roof above you, which is only a good 8 feet up, like maybe less than 2 meters above you.
Come in quick or we'll shut the door so those bats can't chase us.
Yeah,
Good idea. Great.
Alright, cool. Yeah, you shut those doors. We'll shut those doors. Boom. The room sort of just in front of you it's a very small room with a floor of the same sort of beaten earth that you've seen back in that previous chamber in the corridors. And you can see the flickering light of torches streaming through this black iron portcullis in the northern wall. And there are these 2 mummified guards with this rusted chainmail and these long spears flanking that barred gate. And I will say, just looking left and right down these corridors, you're seeing like blood and limbs, like little goblin limbs.
Goodness me.
I don't like the look of this.
Be torn limb from limb.
By the way, since we are all still pretty new to Dragonbane, I will say that a lot of the dungeon crawling in Dragonbane is quite old school. So if you're not specifically calling out for looking for different things could get dangerous.
Dicey.
Yeah.
Guys, since we're not going to get killed in this moment of time, can we bandage up my face? Because it's like piss and blood all over my clothes. I do have some bandages in my bag. Maybe we take 7 to 8 minutes and do that. If someone can help me, that would be appreciated. Ow.
Yes. Definitely I can, now that those bats are behind us. Poor boy.
Can everyone give me another awareness roll, please?
Uh-oh.
Failed again.
Nope. Thinking about Wilgis's poor face.
Yeah.
Throbbing awareness
Succeeded.
in his senses.
Digby and Wilgis, as you finish your sentence, you stop waiting for some sort of response, and you can just hear somewhere off in the distance like this thudding footsteps, just and just like then this dragging of just like a weapon being dragged across the ground.
I think that sound might be the old demon prince of this place dragging his big morning star. What do you guys think? It sounded like that good scrape.
I was hoping that was just a story.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're in over our heads. I don't like this one bit. Mallory, we're gonna need a refund, I think.
Yes, I agree. This adventure tourism has gone too far.
Of the money that you didn't pay me, certainly. Here you go.
We'll work out the details later, but I guess the one thing I would like to escape with is my life from here. I've got a lot of glass to blow. I don't want to die.
Should we go through that next gate, maybe, and then stop for a cup of tea?
The only way seems to be forward.
Which,
and left and right.
Can we tell which way the sound is coming from?
From down here, no, it's just echoing around you at this point.
Okay.
In fact, it's the weirdest thing. If you were to try and pinpoint it, yeah, I would say at this point it's echoing. At some points it seems like it, like you sit and wait, and at some points you swear it's coming from your left, and then 10 seconds later it sounds like it may be more from your right now.
Dolby Atmos.
Now it's above you. No.
Hey, Dungeon Master.
Yes.
Those two mummified guards. Is it metagaming if I think back to all the other sessions I've played with you, and those things are always they always come out alive and trying to kill you? Is there any way I can inspect them, but not like eyeball to eyeball, to see if they look dangerous or if there's any kind of mechanism about them, I guess, specifically?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything metagaming there. Your characters would fully understand that this is a world of magical creatures and beings and undead monsters. Like, that is something your characters absolutely would be aware of. And you're looking them over, and there's no movement to them whatsoever. The chainmail they're wearing is just so completely rusted. It looks like they've been here for 100 years, easy. There's no movement.
So there's no blood or anything on their hands?
No, there's nothing.
Can I, in a similar vein, can I look at the blood of the goblins' arms and things like that and see if any of them are run off in a direction, or the thing that attacked them has dragged bloody corpses in a direction, or the drag marks in the blood?
Yeah, if you want to take just a quick look at what you can see in the light around you, it looks like there's like enormous splat mark up one of the walls on the western corridor, right, where it looks like something has just been thrown against and damn near exploded. Basically, it's like the amount of force that must have gone into destroying this goblin looks enormous, and all that's left of it is from like legs and arms.
Like something came from the side and
like something had
splattered against the wall.
Yeah.
Do you think this place might be, I hate to say it, but booby trapped?
I thought you were going to say enlightenment because there's so much blood.
Oh.
Is there any heads? Like complete goblin heads around the place, Digby, like since you've got your peekers out?
Oh. I'll look for heads. They are worth quite a bit.
All right, so if you want to look,
10 silver.
how much of a look are we just in the vicinity?
Can I light up my torch,
Yeah.
my lamp, and then just point it left and right down the? I guess we're all doing this, aren't we? We're looking around. I am keen to heal
as well.
Heal up Wilgus, but I just want to look left and right to see if we're in danger first.
No, from his, your light from your torch or whatever you've just lit. Was it a lantern or a torch? Sorry.
It is a lantern.
It's not going far enough to see the ends of the corridors, and all you're seeing are these limbs and busted. There's like one busted goblin head off to the eastern corridor.
But otherwise, it's pulp.
Pretty much, just limbs and pulp. Yeah.
I don't like my goblins with pulp. Can I try and heal Wilgus? Or I've got a 15.
So
has anyone got better than that?
Well, healing is a bit of a strange one in this game. Let's take a look at healing here.
Can I assist?
So outside of bringing someone back to life, if they're in like a dying state, I should say, if they're in a downed, broken state, you can use your healing roll to bring people back to like a certain level. But outside of that, you need magical potions or resting. There is no just rolling to give HP.
Well, Wilgus, we've got good news and bad news.
Yes.
We can fix you. But in order to do that, we have to make you worse first.
Oh. Should we do that later? Because it's really sore at the moment.
The sound, the cacophony of like bat squeaks has completely died down to nothing behind you.
The bats
falling asleep.
I think they're drugged. In fact, maybe we should go back and drive a knife through them.
I love the idea, Christoph. Yes, I've got one of those right here. I could just chop all their little heads off, put them on a rope, and we could tow it behind us, and it could be like a money train.
Excellent.
A money train.
Yeah. Wilgus,
should we go back and kill the bats, or should we go forward?
I think now's the time to kill them. Otherwise, if we have to come back through here, they'll woken up and their little fangs will be out again.
Agreed. We'll try and slowly open the door and let some of the light go in to see if they're sleeping or they're just being.
There's just a pile of bats asleep down around this like meat. Where the meat was, there's basically none left now, and they're all just fast asleep. Some of them have straight up died from the dose that was given to them, but others are just sort of sleeping.
Or at least
socialist bat.
We know the theory is
they all got
sound.
some.
Yeah. So is the plan to head back in?
Yeah, if you guys are alright with that, I'll just cut off all their heads.
Oh, please do.
Save one for me.
Certainly. You can have the biggest one.
No. I'm the smallest, so I've copied your accent accidentally. No, I'm the smallest. I should take the smallest bat.
Sure. I'll have the bloodiest one. Mallory, which one do you want?
Maybe the cleanest one, thank you.
I like that you're like all planning like that you're gonna have some of these dead bats now, like for just for the monetary value, or is it like food, more rations?
XP.
XP, yeah.
Wilgus not only has the necklace, he's got the matching earrings, he's got the matching belt, little dangles on his shoes.
Who's the last to head back in to the chamber?
I suppose I would be.
Give me an awareness roll, please.
Oh no.
Okay, I
So-
die. 14, and I needed under a 15.
Clutch.
Squeak.
Nice. Okay. Just as you're about to follow the rest in, you hear some of these footsteps off to the side, off to the eastern pathway, and you stop for a moment and hold up your torch, and just coming in through from the very edges of that torchlight, you see this huge warrior in this antiquated plate mail and this horned great helm. And just briefly, you can see through its open visor this grim skeletal face with empty eye sockets. And it just stands there and just watches you.
Goodness me. Guys. I see the ghost man. This is the guy with the big flail.
Yeah,
that
well,
drags around.
as you stand there sort
The
of...
knight.
As you stand there sort of trying to whisper out to them, he takes a few more steps into the light from your lantern, and you can see his morning star like being dragged at his side. And he's now he's walking slowly towards you.
Let's get out of here. I want to... I've told them. So let's get out of here. There is a large spectral knight coming. However, I am suspect that the ones in the west have been crushed by a trap.
Come in here,
Is
Digby,
this-
and we can talk about it. We're all on the same side of the door.
Okay. Yes. Okay, I'll go through the double doors. Bar the double doors.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you quickly head into the back into the sort of chamber area, and bring those big double doors fully closed now. And you're now seeing up close this symbol on this door. It's a big stylized crown that sort of spreads across both of these doors, and you can hear the footsteps getting closer and closer and closer to the doorway, and it stops. Just the footsteps stop for a moment before just continuing on past the door and off further into this area, this burial area.
Great work, Digby. That was a party saver technique, I think. Okay,
saved
let's cut up
everything.
these bets, shall we?
Yes.
Oh.
Priorities.
Did he go off to the west? Did he keep going the way he was walking? You know, like he came from the east. Did he keep walking to the west?
Give me an awareness roll.
Okay. Did he go back the way he came from? 20. I think that's a success.
That is a opposite of a success. That is, you have no idea. In fact, it's strangely enough that from what you heard, you almost swore that it was getting like moved off like into the wall from all.
It is Atmos.
Yeah, you're not sure. It seems just crazy. It just you couldn't really get a read on it.
Oh well.
Can I investigate these two guys by the door? Are they statues or are they mummified like the other guys on the inside?
This is just they're statues. These are like stone statues of knights in like this very old timey antiquated armor.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
but there's
so
nothing. There's nothing really to them. They're just stone statues.
And do the doors open into the room that we're in or into the little entryway?
Yeah, they open outwards into the entryway.
They
So-
come towards us.
Yeah, no, outwards from the room.
To the
Okay.
north,
Yeah.
To the north, yeah.
The word "out" was a bit of a clue.
I thought we were on the outside.
We're on the inside.
Of this room.
We just came out. Forget it.
Okay.
It's my favourite part of D&D is arguing semantics. I just while this is
Realize you're
going
an
on, I think
architect
I'm
as
gonna-
well.
I'm going to take what do I have? A little short sword, and I'm going to. Have you ever killed a crayfish before by putting like a spike into its brain?
No, but I know of the technique, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that.
I think
for
you
this
kill
one.
most things with spike to the brain.
Touche,
crayfish to
but
the brain.
especially crayfish.
Crayfish to the brain will definitely take you out.
Where's their brain located?
The head, often.
In the head.
Unless it's a fucking brontosaurus, which I believe is in the tail as well.
They have a secondary brain for a really long crayfish.
Octopus.
So what are you killing?
Just one
A
of the
crayfish.
sleeping bats. One of the sleeping bats. I want to put my short sword in between its eyes, just to kill it.
All right. That happens. You look like a psychopath. They're all completely fast asleep.
I'm a little worried about these guys. They're not taking very well to being outside of the city.
Don't damage the merchandise. That's
What-
worth
why-
two gold pieces.
Why am I being called a psychopath? I thought the reason we were back in this room is to kill the bats. And the minute I kill a bat, it's, oh, that's a bit beyond the. We were just joking. We wanted to pat them. We wanted
Okay.
to give them a little cuddle until they were awake.
Kill them each with a tiny pillow.
Yes.
Smother it.
That's more psychopathic.
And you got to say something nice to each of them, like "Hush now."
Like
No more pain for
Wilgus
you.
is literally like just slashing off heads, just crunching down their heads.
And I'm
just-
like, Clockwork Orange. Sleep now, sweet prince.
Meanwhile, Mallory's going to go up to the door and maybe press her ear to like see if she can hear if the guy is coming back again or.
No, from you almost don't even hear any of the footsteps now. It's just eerily quiet.
Boys, I think he might have moved on. Shall we try that grated door that we saw across the way? It looks like we could close it behind us and maybe give ourselves a little space between that large monster and any more bats,
That's a good idea.
maybe?
Have I got enough bat heads now, do you guys think?
They've got
You
them all.
are looking quite bat laden.
I'm gonna
So,
say it's gonna be
I-
hard to carry like 20. You'd each have to like pocket like 4 or 5, like maybe 4 bat heads each, to not suddenly be over encumbered with stuff.
You know, we could hide them in the corner here, and then when we come back out and up the
Oh.
rope, we'll take them
You
with
could
us.
you could keep them in the hood of your scholar robe, like apples
Oh.
in an orchard.
Also
I love
very
this idea.
also psychopath. Okay.
Choked to death by your own hoodie
Yeah. Just
you
dripping
could
with
make
bat
a-
heads.
just like that are still freshly cut off, just dripping
Yeah.
blood out of them. Just in the hoodie. Yeah.
Like
yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of
Make a-
coffee strainer.
In here, right?
Like a necklace, like a Vietnam War cut the ears off necklace.
Yeah.
You,
How
know,
about-
you know what I'm saying?
Universal
Hey,
Soldier.
Can I take 4?
Mm.
And then we'll pile up the rest of them?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, for
Nice.
sure.
And
I'll take
Wilgus
one.
will like squeeze them with like little tomato sauce bottles to make sure they're empty before putting them in his
Not
pack.
like swing them around like centripetal force, get all the.
Absolute psycho.
It's
Ventilation mint! Thank you,
And the
Mallory.
walls
that
are
was a
just
brilliant
like
idea.
sprayed with blood.
yeah.
Thank you, science.
I will say, once you've come back into this room, it looks like whatever was out there has just completely lost interest. There's no footsteps outside this door. It is completely silent now, and it's been silent for a wee while.
Great. Time to tippy toe. Everyone put on your quietest footsteps and let's make our way to that little gate.
Good idea. Although, be careful because there's a light through that gate, so there might be someone sitting in there. Is that right?
Well, there was a shape of like what looked like a person, but I don't know. It wasn't moving. That you saw seated at that table.
Let's go see.
Right.
The moment you open those doors and step out, you can just hear this plodding footsteps echoing around somewhere.
Right. Fast as you can, boys.
To the north?
To the north.
Cool.
Get in.
Yeah, so let's have a look at what you guys are seeing on the other side there. You can see through this rusted portcullis area, you can see a small room with this oak table in the middle and these burning torches on the walls. And seated at the head of this table is a mummified woman in this gilded chainmail. And behind her is an iron-fitted oak door. And on it is this ancient symbol glittering in silver. It's picking
On the
up
door.
on the door, yeah, behind her.
I think we found reception.
So what was that? Sorry, Reese.
This is reception, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does anyone read ancient silver symbols here?
Is it the same symbol as was on the big door behind us? The big crown?
Yes, it does. It looks to be a very similar design.
A crown?
Yeah. What was the one that you saw back in that room? It's a stylized crown. Can you, if you want, give me a myths and legends roll to see if you guys recognize it at all?
Ooh.
Yay.
I failed.
Failed.
Remind me of that story with Alice and something.
Eladane, yeah. So it looks to be both you and Christoph recognize it as an ancient, like a stylized crown from an ancient time when the Misty Vale was ruled by the mighty dragon worshipping kingdom. So this is like the symbol for that kingdom.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah. And you know that Eladane, the knight that was buried here, was a knight for that for the dragons.
I think we're definitely in the right place.
But
I
are
agree,
we?
Wilgus. That's that symbol there. That's the dragon kingdom symbol.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Wilgus?
What?
Seen that in books.
I love a good book with
Stark
crowns
contrast
in
to
it.
the last character you played.
Exactly.
I will also say, sorry, I didn't mention this, but on the table with the mummified lady's hand is like rested on top of this absolutely gorgeous looking warhammer, like this enormous. It is like beset with jewels. It just looks. It looks like it's in really good condition considering how long it's likely been down here for.
Sounds like a treasure without consequence.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that.
You won't miss that.
Can Mallory have a quick look at this door just to see, check it maybe before we swing it open and sneak in?
Because I hate to say it, but if that creature comes back, we're sitting ducks here. Sorry, Mallory. But there'd be no escape.
You're saying this to Mallory as she investigates this gate, and it's completely rusted out. The locking mechanism is in its locked state, and you're trying to wiggle it just a little bit quietly just to see if there's any movement on it, and it's just completely locked and unopenable.
We can't do the cute thing where you lift it off the hinge and open it from the hinge instead of from the locked in.
You could probably you could definitely if you
pop the pins.
You'd have to put in some damage into it. You'd have to sort of start smacking away at these hinges.
Any bonus for a blacksmith who's probably pretty good at deforming metal, knows exactly how to hit it?
If you, I'd give you a boon on the roll if you wanted to.
Ooh.
But before we do that, don't you think it's going to make it be very loud?
Yeah, it will be loud. I can't lie to you. It's pretty loud when you're starting smashing the shit out of things that are metal.
I don't know if you guys saw that giant creature that knight that was walking around, but he saw me and he started walking straight for me. And he was going, had murder in his eyes.
He's not around now, though, is he? What are we going to do?
Can't be far away.
In fact, yeah, you can still hear the dragging of this weapon, the stomping of his footprints, and they're still completely unknown on whereabouts this creature is.
Maybe if you just do it quickly.
Do it the first
if you can do it, then do it.
I've got blacksmithing tools.
Yes.
What I could do is I have some leather scraps that I got from our encounter in the gully.
The goblin butt flaps.
Yes, I could put the goblin butt flaps over the hinges before I strike them to kind of dull the noise a little bit, so it's not quite as rowdy as it would be. But
and I could sneeze at the same time to cover the noise.
And I'll fart. You can all disguise it. Yeah. It's just this cacophony of bodily noises and crashing coming through.
And the ghostly knight be like, well, nothing to... Just normal farts.
What should I do? A hammer roll, maybe? Or...
Yeah. Add a boon onto that. So chuck
I have.
Nice in there.
Yeah. Hammer time. Stop. Collaborate. Okay, thank goodness I had that boon. Oh no, this is a system where meets doth not beats.
Only,
it does.
Only in the leveling up. It totally does meets beats for achieving. But I'm gonna need to, can I get a damage roll from that as well, please?
What do you mean?
How much damage does your hammer do?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, good point. I didn't actually. 4.
Oh, there we go. 4. You get the you strap the leather around one of the hinges, and you step back and you grab your warhammer and you slam that into the thing. Considering how rusted this iron is, incredibly steadfast. You managed to dent a part of the hinge, but as much as you were hoping that for that leather to dampen some of the sounds, it doesn't dampen enough of a massive, like a warhammer against iron. And then there's just this almost like a shrieking sound, and the plodding of footsteps gets closer and closer, and then strangely just out of the wall to the west, emerging through the earth, just passing through the earthen thing with his arm outreached, is this white. Now I'm gonna need to get an initiative roll.
What do you mean this white?
It's a white.
Have we seen him before?
This is the one that was coming towards you, Shannon. So it's just got
the same thing.
It's the same thing. The noise brought him to you instantly as it starts reaching through the earth towards you. So if you can, we're going to use that initiative tracker. So in the journal, you can bring that up and just select your token and then pick a card, any card.
Wait, where's this?
Yeah.
In the journal, you should just above all the characters.
journal.
There's initiative. Just select that. Keep that up for a little bit
Happening here.
for each round. We'll.
How do I? Oh,
Did,
right.
did it work?
Yes, you've pulled an 8 by the looks of things,
Hooray.
and Wilgus pulled a 3.
Add roll to macro. I don't know what's happening.
What? What you doing? Do you want me to
Trying
roll
to roll
yours?
initiative. Oh, can you roll it for me, please?
Yeah, I'll roll that.
Where
for you.
where do you what do you press?
Krista, we did this in the very first session.
No,
we
but
had,
it's
like-
not working how it used to. I've got a picture of a card with a sword on it, which
Yeah.
is
Oh, do you click
initiative.
the sword?
You just click the
Yeah.
card with the sword. But I've already pulled yours,
Oh.
Christoph. So select your token, then just click that card with the sword, just like we did in the first episode. That's fine.
Didn't work like that, but that's okay.
Assuming I have a memory.
That's fair.
Did it work?
Yeah, I'm just
Yep.
making sure everyone is up. Cool. The white has also pulled his cards. Its cards. So let me. Who is at the top of the turn order? All right. So I got to roll a d6 for this guy.
He might get stuck in the wall. Ha ha.
With surprising speed, the white sweeps its Morning Star in a deadly attack. All playable characters within 2 meters of him suffer weapon damage.
That's me.
2 meters. How much is a square?
That is 2 meters.
Oh.
So it's just the ones that are closest. So it'll be Christoph and Wilgus.
Oh dear.
The accent boys.
What?
It's what we know.
Oh, the
as.
accent
No,
boys.
That's our band's name.
The what?
Huh?
No better testament to how good those accents are. There you go. What?
So this
What are you on
morning,
about?
actually, I shouldn't have rolled that first. Before, ignore the rolls that I just did.
Okay.
We're going to remind you guys of the way that this system works. This attack can be parried. If you want to use your turn to parry the attack, you're welcome to. And a successful parry will mean you don't get damaged. Or you can try to evade the attack.
Oh.
But that uses your turn for this round.
And a parry doesn't.
Both of them do.
Okay, so why would you? Oh, so you might have a better roll and a better
Yeah,
evade
yeah.
roll than a parry roll. And
Yeah.
parries damage your weapon.
Only if you unsuccessfully parry.
So does it work, but it just damages your weapon, or it just doesn't work and damages your weapon?
So you can choose to parry, which uses your turn up. And if you successfully parry, then neither you nor your weapon takes damage.
Okay.
Is running away Scooby-Doo fashion an option?
You guys can totally run away if you want. That's totally. But you'd have to
Like a full sandwich.
succeed on that roll first if you're being attacked. So did Christoph and Wilgus, did you want to parry or evade?
I'd like to evade.
Right, now I've got to find where all these details are. Dodging. You can try to dodge when hit by attack. You cannot parry and dodge. You must choose one or the other. You must declare that you're dodging before your opponent rolls for damage. Ignore. That's why I said ignore those rolls.
Okay.
Roll for evade. All you got to do is roll evade. If you succeed your roll, then you have evaded the attack.
What do you roll for parry and the dodge?
I will get to that shortly.
All right.
So, oh, hang on. I'm so sorry. I rolled with a boon.
Oh, okay. Just
Had it left on.
just re-roll. Oh, sorry.
Re-roll.
Wilgus, you want to evade as well?
Yeah, Wilgus is evading and rolled a 7. Needs to get under a 12.
Okay, on a successful dodge, you may, if you want, move up to 2 meters in any direction. So basically move to a new square if you want. It does not trigger free attacks from anyone. So you've succeeded in the evade. I don't know if you've got many places to move from, to be honest, Wilgus.
Wilgus will just dodge in space like Keanu Reeves for a second.
Perfect.
Watch out!
And sorry, Christoph, give us another evade roll, please, without the burn.
Ooh, it's not good.
That is not good. You take 5 slashing damage. Slashing is it morning? No, it won't be. It'll be bludgeoning damage as this morning star slams into your side with the sweeping attack.
Oh damn.
Should I push, maybe?
Well, yeah, you could definitely push that roll if you wanted to try again. You just have to take.
Oh, you can push evades?
Yeah.
Oh well, I'd be silly not to. I think. Let me try one more time. Nope. Give me that damage.
and you also get to pick yourself a condition. Yeah.
Dazed, I think.
Okay, perfect. So you take that hit. And you leave left a little dazed. And I'll tick off the White's turn. Wilgus, it is your turn.
Oh shit! And that's my turn because I used evade.
Oh, that's right, of course. Digby, over to you.
So is this what we were talking about as being a spectral being, or is this just a zombie? Is this...
It is. It looks to be some sort of corporeal but ghostly figure. So, but it's clearly able to hold on to weaponry.
Yes.
But it's also been able to just pass through the walls.
Ghostly.
Yeah.
And these are also subject to fire. Is that what we were told by?
That's what Dranath said. Yeah.
Dranath rolls off the tongue. Dranath. I am going to get my oil out of my pocket.
Okay.
And squirt it on him. Like champagne bottle. I put my thumb over the end of the oil and like olive oil in a fine restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Give him a tasteful drizzle.
Yeah.
And a little bit of salt.
I'll say you're close enough that you don't need to roll for that. He's right there, and you just shake it up and just like squirt a big sort of trail of oil onto him.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of lands on some of his armor and sort of skeletal face.
And am I able to light him up?
That was your action.
That's what
sure.
I was wondering. Yeah, that was my action. I might move away.
Yes, you're welcome to move.
Who had the torch?
Both Christoph and Digby are both carrying torches. Oh, a torch and a lantern at this point, right?
I've got a lantern.
Yeah.
And Christoph's got a torch, right?
Okay, cool. Next up is the White. The White gets another turn. Let's roll a d6 just to see which one it is doing. Okay. With the
no chuckling.
All right. So, I'm playing this as well. I get
no. But does this mean it's bad?
With creaking joints, the White swings its Morning Star in a powerful attack against Christoph, standing directly in front of him. The damage is rolled with twice the weapon's normal number of dice, and the victim is knocked to the ground. Now, if you hadn't already tried to evade the first one, you'd have been able to evade or parry this one, but unfortunately, not this time. So that is a total of 15 bludgeoning damage.
Sugar.
I'm dead, I think. I only had 12 to begin with.
Are we able to do things like dive and tackle him to get him out of the way, or no?
Not on when it's not your turn. No. So the person being attacked can utilize their turn to evade or parry, but not someone else. Okay, it is Mallory's turn. Can
I? I'm gonna make a grab for the torch, and then try and like biff it at the white, or maybe swing. Am I close enough to swing it at him to try and set him on fire?
You could absolutely use your bonus action to pick up the torch from Christoph, who is currently in a broken state on the ground. And yeah, you give me a what can we roll for that? I'm just bringing up some details here. Feel free to suggest something before I take a look.
Flambe.
I reckon any of the kind of weapon attacks that just a random weapon attack. So if you're good at swords, use the swords. If you're good at staves, use the staves, stuff like that. But just not like a ranged weapon.
Okay, so could I say knives? Like thinking that Mallory's only used to knives, so she's
you
probably going to use those kind of moves.
Yeah, you can give me a knives roll.
Come on, Mallory. Oh, yes!
That is awesome.
That is a 1.
I'm just taking a quick look about because that's obviously a good thing.
Back, Hellion! Get away from my boys.
I'm trying to see if there's a specific thing. By rolling a dragon, you score a critical hit. This means the dragon roll is required to parry or dodge, which it can't do. You roll double the amount of dice. Obviously, damage-wise, from the actual bludgeoning of it does nothing, right? But it just goes up in flames. And it just starts flailing its arms, and its jaw kind of opens up, and this unearthly sound emanates from it.
I try and pull Christoph back away from
Cool.
the screaming monster.
Cool. Christoph, it's your turn. Now, there's not much you can do in a down state. You can try and rally yourself to try and get up.
Do I not roll death rolls at this point?
You do. You definitely roll a death roll, but you can also get a chance to rally yourself, to put yourself into a fighting state, or even out of desperation to try and get the hell out of there. Yeah.
Okay.
So
again, it would seem silly for me not to do that. So I will do that.
Rolling against your willpower with a bane. So you just give me a two willpower rolls, and we'll take the highest one.
Alrighty. Oh.
Yeah, perfect.
7.
Yeah, that's you had to get under 11. So describe what Christoph is doing.
Kind of just because he's dazed as well as dead. He just kind of gets to the ground, lurches violently one way, then lurches the other, and then starts just kind of heading away from where that white was to those doors to try and put myself between Mallory and the door, because Mallory's the great protector.
All right, so you're heading closer to that portcullis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although the way you've said that makes me sound like that's a fucking stupid idea.
I was trying to figure out which direction you were heading in. No, that's cool. So yeah. You sort of back up.
You're heading closer to the danger. Okay.
Okay, and that brings us to the end of this turn order. The white on flame sort of just moves back through the wall, and what all that is left on that wall is just like this fiery, oily substance that it sort of left behind on the wall as it trickles down the ground and slowly flickers away, it burns away at the oil, leaving you guys injured and terrified in this sort of area with this locked door. And we'll take our break here.
Ooh, I don't think this is going to be a very long-lived campaign.
Nice with Digby with the oil. Yes.
Yeah, totes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need more fire weapons.
We do.
A catapult.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use a catapult, I reckon. Just got to bring it down here. I'm just taking
MacGyver one.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna roll. This is just for whoever's gonna win the
damage.
Winning.
There we go. All right, so I've basically just randomized our Patreon supporters. I've rolled a dice to see who has won the Roll20 Dragonbane core set, and it has gone to someone who's won from us before, but I'm totally fine with that. Drop Shadow, well done. Congratulations on getting yourself a copy of the Roll20 Dragonbane starter set. I will send you through a code that you can activate through Drive-Thru RPG, and if you connect your Roll20 account to Drive-Thru RPG, then you'll have everything that we're using available to you. So we'll sort that out. For you.
Yay, Free League.
And while I'm here, I'll also just say a big thank you to our Patreon supporters: Andrew, Cappuccino, Drop Shadow, George, Kirsty, Lyndon, Squished, The Foolish Fool, and Tracy. Thank you guys so much for the ongoing support. I really do appreciate it. Plus, every cent that you guys give us ends up coming back into this in some way. I don't have it down here with me, but I just recently picked up the bestiary, hardcover bestiary for Dragonbane as well, thanks to you guys. So that helps us bring in some cool new creatures and characters. Should our characters have a next session. So, yeah.
I'm sure all the danger is behind us now.
It's all gone.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. So yeah, congratulations. He's dropped out. I never win anything. Yeah. Cool. So I had a question about rope. We had a bit of a chat about this in the Discord about rolling for rope usage. And in general, I think he's had experiences where it just made people feel like they were not good. I don't know if Shannon's still there or if he's...
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what was your experience with it? And chat, tell us your thoughts as we talk about this as well.
I don't know. I kind of think that these days I might just say, like, if someone's brought a rope along with them, it's taking up a slot in their weight, how much they can carry. They've thought ahead, they've planned, and if there's no sort of, if you're not over encumbered, and if you're if under normal circumstances, I think these days I would have people just sort of go down the rope.
Right.
Whereas if it was, it makes them value it. Like if their rope burns up or they lose it or something, they're like, what are we going to do? Fuck. But if it's like raining or if they're being chased or things like that, an unusual circumstance, rolling for it gives it a bit more like shit, Yeah. Am I going to succeed on, or if you have to swing from place to place or something. But using it, because I had adventures when we're going into caves and stuff, and most of the damage is coming from ropes.
Right.
And by the end of it, like, am I an adventurer? Like, am I this guy who's like really competent? Whereas like a lot of normal people could go up and down a rope in real life, if it's not, if they're not being chased by a monster or something.
Wearing like 20 kilos of swords
that's what
and armor
encumbrance rules, like it means that you can carry stuff without being encumbered or like slowed down, or I suppose maybe if you're wearing heavy armor or something, like there's a tick on this one for acrobatics. So acrobatics, if you have a heavy enough
right,
you wouldn't be able to, then you go, well, that probably works against your climbing.
Bring on the rope burn rules, I reckon.
Well, you had face burn, ground burn to the face,
dental damage.
yeah. What are other people's thoughts on it? How about you, Reese? What are your thoughts on rolling for rope? Because it's hard, right? There's in general, and then there's like for people who have never adventured, this is their first time out in the adventure world, but just kind of in general, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if the concept we're talking about is roll for menial tasks like tying your shoes, like do you do it correctly? Let's roll.
Yeah.
It depends. Like if they're magical shoes and it's very important high stakes, then sure.
Right.
If it's you just walking from the tavern to the bar, oh, roll for shoes.
Yeah.
I guess there's a balance there. I think for Wilgus in this adventure, it makes total sense because he thinks he's a badass and he's not. He's just learning. He's more scholar than adventurer. So him slipping off a rope, I think, fits.
Yeah. How about you, Moj? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, along the same lines. You know, if you're just doing a regular something with a rope, then you can safely just be like, oh yeah, you make it down fine. But if someone's like, yeah, I'm going to spiral down this rope like a circus performer, it's like, yeah, gonna need a roll for that.
Now, if Reese, if no one rolled for rope, no one had to roll for acrobatics, right? And then you're like, oh, my character's going to do this depth-defying like leap with the rope, and I'm suddenly like, all right, well, you get to roll for rope. Would that make you go, in that case, I'll just go down the rope normally, because now I know I don't have to roll and I can just do it safely. And then you might not try and do kind of flavor, do you think that would limit you doing flavor text to your stuff?
Personally, I would go flavor and damage, but there'd definitely be other people who might be like, ugh. Just before I dive down the rope, I think back to my childhood and remember safety first.
Like those ACC ads.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like, in that instance, when you were going down, holding it behind you, it was a flourish. It was a strange flourish, but it was a flourish. It didn't give you any tactical advantage. It didn't give you anything in the game. You didn't get to a place that you couldn't normally get to or anything like that. So you could do a flourish and you wouldn't have to roll for it. You know, like if you're an elf, you're like, I twirl down the rope or something like that.
Diving head first?
Head first. Now, this might be a special case. I don't think it's normally comes up, but like you can still add flourishes. So, I go down one arm, like, look cool.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting anything out of it. It's just you feel cool. And that's kind of the point in a lot of role-playing games. And that's why I'm saying you try and do something, mundane but spelunky and cool, and you end up losing teeth.
Or
whatever.
But it's not going to stop him from eating. You know what I mean? Like
But what I mean is you fall flat on your face.
Yeah.
And if that happens enough times over a mundane task, you go, well, fuck ropes.
Yeah. So one of the rules in Dragonbane, which is something that you kind of mentioned, is like adding a flourish to make you look cool. That only happens if you roll a 1. This is one of the when you roll a 1, it literally says, here's some suggestions for when you roll a 1. You impress everyone around you, which to me doesn't scream rolling a crit success, but
Yeah, that's kind of normally a role play thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're in the court of the king and you really needed to impress them, rolling that 1 could be impress. But...
Yeah. It says here one of the other suggestions is the action is performed faster than usual, but I would argue that Wilgus probably got down the rope fastest of all.
Yeah,
could go much faster than that, eh?
Yeah, way less air resistance. But yeah, you could have you got tangled in the rope, you got a rope burn, but I think 3 failures, I think that deserves to lose, Steve.
Yeah. So Victron in the chat said, if you do fail a roll on a rope, do you just take the damage without a second check? So what happened was he rolled, and then he pushed it because he failed. So he pushed it again to see if he could maybe succeed. Then he failed that. And then there was a roll to half the damage. So it's almost like if you succeed in this roll, then you land in a way that you roll and maybe just bruise your elbow or shoulder or something. But he failed that as well. So it was just kind of like fail, and massive damage. But I guess the question is, should someone who is heading out on an adventure even have to roll for... lowering themselves down into...
or ladder usage or something. But like I said, it's not. Wasn't talking about this adventure
Sure,
because I don't
sure,
even
sure.
know how Dragonbane works or anything.
Sure.
Just in role playing in general.
I think with getting Dicey, we've used ropes twice, and both times they've given damage to someone. Like both times, and one of them happened when you guys were like level 4, had been adventuring and doing all this stuff, and then you got to this cave and just. I think 2 people slipped and hurt themselves and took damage.
An NPC was forever remembered as hurting his knees.
Yeah. I mean, so that was a positive that came from it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's lore building, right?
Also, you like to do rolls as well. So if you're going through a
Yeah.
whole like dungeon and stuff, and you just like you don't have to roll for it, people like to roll some dice.
Yeah, I agree.
But so there's a balance.
So then the interesting thing with Dragonbane is like it specifies like do not roll for everything. Only roll for things that have like a chance of going bad. So to me, that says like what you're saying. A rope descend, like just a normal descend. Theory, I don't think that probably should have been a roll. But as I'm just being a first time player of this, I'm just trying to run it as rules written. You know, just trying to see how it feels. Start making adjustments.
And once again, I wasn't.
No, I get it.
Go this.
No, I totally get it. Like, I'm just running this as written.
But like, I think like if it's raining, or if it's like there's a storm, all sorts of things you can do with a rope that make it more dangerous. If there's a doorknob in a hotel.
All right. Well, let's get back into it. Let's get back into the.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no!
A Digby update.
Come on, Digby, you gotta get up.
Digby.
We've got adventuring to do. Get up. He's got a little hoodie on. I can't take it.
Yeah, he does a little hoodie. Or she. Okay, there's enough Digby.
He's very cute. Was it
literally had a camera set up for that?
Yeah.
Is it like at ankle height? That camera?
Yeah. This is just my phone.
That was cool.
That's clever.
All right. So, Christoph, I will still need a death saving throw from you. We'll get one because you are still with the white now disappeared into the earthen walls.
Can we do healing whatnots yet?
Yes, because he is in a dying state.
Oh wait,
your whatnots.
I once again left my. I find this really difficult. Like the Boon and Bane mechanics on the sheet, I'm constantly leaving them on. Since you,
I think what might just
you
be
asked me to re-roll,
it might just be easier with Boons and Banes. Just don't worry about adding them. Just roll multiple times. I think that's going to be the easiest way to go about it.
What were my rolls there? One was a 9.
All right, so it's a success then.
Yes.
Wait. So this is a point where you can use the healing roll to actually get HP back. With the white now having disappeared into the wall, Christoph, I think that adrenaline kick that you use to rally yourself, your legs start to sort of go jelly underneath you and you drop down onto your butt. So people are welcome if they've to try and do a successful healing roll to try and get some health back into Christoph. If you've got bandages, then you get to roll twice with advantage or with a bane.
I don't have bandages, but I'm going to try my healing.
I've got bandages. I'll give you one. I'll go from 10 bandages down to 9. Just being very specific about that orderly. Thank you.
Okay, so just roll twice and hope for a boon?
Just roll twice and we'll take the lowest number.
Okay, let's see. 1. Oh, it came out with 2 anyway. Oh, is this because of my angry...
That was not a success. It was a 14 and a 17. Multiple attempts are allowed, but you have used up that bandage as you're trying to start.
No, cover the bloody piece. That ankle looks fine.
Why isn't this working?
We'll get another death saving roll from you, please, Christoph. Before there's
already.
Another... Well, this is real time now. This is
wow.
like every few seconds this fight to try and save you before.
Oh shit! Quick,
Wait,
Melly! The blood is getting more
Wait,
around the
wait.
floor.
What's happening? Why is it rolling
He's
to...
losing enlightenment. Come on!
It did roll 2.
It did roll. So we'll take the 4, which is a success.
Is it because he has one of the conditions that affects?
Oh, that'll be because you've got
Yeah.
your dazed condition.
That's why I've got
Dazed and confused.
I've got an angry condition which affects any rolls that are intelligence based, which is healing. So it means
I don't believe that this should be affecting your death saving throw, though. This is just a D20 against a stat. So that's fine. We'll take that. So that was a success on that death roll. Is there another attempt to try and stabilize Christoph?
He's gone, guys.
start taking his shoes.
Cut me up for poison, mate.
Okay, give me a try, Mallory. I can use my bandages. I'm down to 7 now. I'll roll healing.
I've got a heal.
Tie it around.
Oh,
Oh!
oh,
It's
Yes.
like that. It's like a sponge.
Oh, I see. This is how you do it.
Right down the throat to stop them.
suck it up
using
from
it.
within.
Give me a
Healing.
D6, please, Christoph.
Yes, master. A D6. 2.
You get 2 hit points back as you are now
Hooray.
become stabilized thanks to Mallory's careful healing.
Thank you, Mallory. Coming back around.
You did well. You stood right up to that stupid
Oh.
white. I can't believe it.
What happened? Where am I? Where are we, guys? The last thing I remember was slaying a bat.
You were killed by an undead creature, and it's still around here. It's
Oh
backed up
God,
into the
that's the
wall
worst
like
news I
Homer
could have
Simpson.
had. Oh,
Oh, can you
Is
hear
this-
it? Can anyone hear it?
No, it left for certain.
Forever.
No, there's still, you can still hear footsteps and the dragging of a weapon. It's just sort of like started up again.
Oh my gosh.
How about we
Can I
quick-
listen to hear a direction?
Yeah, give me an awareness roll.
A 19.
It's all around you.
Can I do an awareness roll? I'm
Feel
assuming
free.
We're
but
all trying to
no,
listen.
We can, maybe everyone give me an awareness roll.
Uh-oh. It's intelligence based. Oh, I just squeaked in.
Cool. Wilgus and Mallory, you both recognize as that sound is coming sort of off to the west, echoing through that western corridor.
I don't know
Maybe
where
if-
that's coming from.
Alright, how
Me?
about we've either got smashed through the door very quickly, or we run away the opposite direction of the sound. What do you guys think? Mallory, you are the Mallory here.
I am the Mallory here. Yes. How about how you boys feeling? Not necessarily Christoph. You sit there and just breathe, dear. Shall we try and put a shoulder against this gate and give it the old 1-2 heave ho?
You look at that gate. That looks like there's no movement without a serious amount of attacks.
Okay. Plan B. Run around.
I'll follow you. And
Let's
we'll
go.
just try and
We
put
got-
one arm under Christoph to help him up a little bit.
Oh, thank you, Wilgus.
We'll keep you alive a bit longer, mate. Come on.
Oh, almost wish I was dead.
Us too, Christoph. Oh, I mean,
Anywho.
Uncomfortable moment.
So
Orcs.
where is the sound coming from?
It was coming from the west.
The west. Let's go east.
Yes.
But
Oops.
do you think... does it look like all these goblins were killed by that thing?
I mean, you can. That would have to be something that your character would need to just decide. It looks like they were pulverized in numerous ways.
It's pulverized in numerous ways. Beware of traps, because I looked down this to the west and there was a completely pulverized goblin up against the wall. So I'm worried that something may have, like a big stone, come out and crushed it.
But a big monster did just stomp down there with dragging a
But that's the thing we saw. That's the thing we just fought. The same way.
Yes. How about both us injured people go first? And then if we get liquefied, you guys will be alright.
It's very brave of you.
Oh, we could check for traps. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, you guys. I'll say that during your journey down this corridor. Actually, why doesn't everyone give me like a spot hidden for this role? For this room.
Hit it. 19.
Lucas gets an 11.
It's mainly other than Digby. It's all passes. You guys are keeping like an eye on the ground and the walls for any signs of traps. That entire as you venture towards the east down this corridor, and so there's you don't find anything as you walk along. I'll mention if anything pops up that you spot. You've all succeeded, so yeah.
I wonder how much you get for a whitehead.
Oh, great thinking.
Big pimple.
There'll be a spare one down here for sure.
Up ahead, you spot that the corridor sort of turns hard left, about 10 meters ahead of you all.
Slice the pie. No one's familiar with it.
Slice of pie.
Delicious.
The movie with the tiger.
Military tactic.
Okay.
Shows off Mallory's training.
Mallory goes up to the corner and then gets out her bow
Pie.
and turns with the bow in front of her so that if she sees anything, she can shoot it straight away.
All right. Okay. Cool. I think yeah. Like you're gonna need someone close by with a torch because as there's not a lot of light, so there's gonna need to be some sort of like shining of a light out there. Otherwise, you're just going to turn out into pure darkness.
I can hold my lantern out. Does anyone, before I forget, does anyone else have a torch in case that thing comes back? We have twice as many chances of burning it.
Yes, I do. You can use my torch. How long do torches last in this game, by the way?
Okay, that is a fantastic question and one that I'm sure you'll regret asking. Because there is...
What I meant to say
We
was...
encourage you to ask
Do
questions.
not tell me.
I totally forgot, but there is some sort of rule with torches. Why can I not see it, though?
Never mind.
Light sources.
No point wasting more time on it.
Yeah, they removed that.
They burn for up to a shift of time, so up to a possible 6 hours. But you meant to every stretch of time you roll a d6, and on a 1 the torch goes out. If you use it as a weapon, you roll a d6 and it might go out as well. So it's probably good for us to maybe get a d6 roll from Christoph, I think, at this point.
The man with the hot hand. Well, that's a 3, so we're
Your
safe.
torch is fine.
Okay.
Am I the only one with the
else has a
light source
torch?
down here?
I think
You've got the lantern.
Digby's
Yeah,
got the
Wilgus.
lantern. Oh, Wilgus has got the
Digby.
lantern. Who's got the lantern?
I've got a lantern.
Digby.
All right, yeah, cool.
I've got a lantern as well, but I'll keep it in my bag for now.
And does someone have a torch?
I have a spare one.
Let's light it. What do you think? Just in case that thing comes
whoa.
back.
What? Hang on. Why would we light 2 torches and have them like going
Because
concurrently?
this thing is vulnerable to fire.
Yeah, great. So if it comes back, I'll use my torch. We've still got the lantern for light, and then we can light the new torch, so we don't just walk around with 2 torches going that then go out within. Yeah.
Well, they do. It does have 2 turns in initiative. I don't know if you notice this. Okay. Okay, forget it.
It's ferocious, I think, is the term you're looking for.
Bless.
Okay. It attacks twice as often as we do.
Yeah. Mallory, I'd say there's enough light for you to look. You grab your bow and arrow and you, was it slice the pie? And you see the room ahead of you is packed dirt floor. There's these sarcophagi of stone aligned up along the eastern wall. And several of them are open, and 2 skeletons have just been like thrown down onto the ground. But there's just sarcophagi lining both the walls, east and western walls.
Okay, I signal over to the guys. It's like, okay, it looks like it's just dead people.
Quick, let's join them.
In the room, or?
Yes.
It's fine.
Wilgus, we might need to have a little talk later on. I'm a little concerned for you. You seem to have taken a turn, a dark turn, but yes, we'll speak about it later.
Thank you, Mallory.
Mallory, while you're standing there, sort of walking into this room of these lined coffins, effectively coffins, this everything around you slowly morphs, almost hallucinatory, into something different. Instead of this room with these the coffin-lined walls, you're now looking out over a strange city of turrets and towers and horn-like spires, and something over on the horizon is just flying straight towards you. It's a huge dragon, enormous dragon, ridden by a knight in golden plate mail and a horned great helm. Very, very reminiscent of the wight that has been stalking through these halls. Can I get a willpower roll from you with Bane? So we'll go 2 rolls, we'll take the highest.
Willpower. 12, but it still squeaks under, so not so
Okay,
good.
that's great. There's like a growing fear in you as this dragon and knight gets closer and closer, as if they're just going to like plow straight through you, and you fight back against that feeling of terror, and suddenly it all just washes away and you find yourself back in this chamber.
Mallory gives herself like a ruffle, going, "Oh my goodness, oh my stars, that was a moment. Is there a gas leak? I just had a vision."
I think everyone else just noticed that Mallory just like suddenly just stood still in this room for just a brief moment, just a little longer, like 10 seconds, if that.
And then suddenly shook herself like a duck coming out of the water.
Mm.
And then I let them know of what I have seen. And everyone asks why I'm not sharing what I have in my bag.
A giant dragon? With
I'll
a
have what she's
gold armor-plated knight?
It lines up with the myths and the other myths.
Yes. And it looked very much like our friend the White. So,
Is he that powerful, this white?
that could be our guy. Shall we proceed?
Well, why do you
Torches
think
up
you
to
just had
extra
that
hot.
vision? Sorry?
Put your lantern on really hot.
Can I glance around the room and see if there was any cause for this vision?
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you looking for? Are you just doing a general scour?
Some
of the
kind
room?
of in the coffins and things. Is there something suspicious, like a skeleton with eyes?
No. There's nothing looks out of place. Well, I mean, this whole room now that you're looking at looked like it's been severely like vandalized and plundered by someone at some point. Most 3 of them, these coffins have been opened, and there just a couple of skeletons are just like broken and scattered onto the ground in front of them. But there doesn't seem to be anything of note that would cause such a thing.
Is there a 4K projector?
Yes.
Well, after you, boys. Of course, Mallory, you're going first, aren't you?
Let's proceed.
You reach the northern side of this wall, this room, and again, the corridor heads further west, and you can still hear the stomping.
Oh my
the
goodness!
White somewhere off in that direction. It could be west of wherever you are right now. That sound is coming from.
We're right behind you, Mallory.
Rightio.
And give me another. Since you guys are looking for traps,
A tripping roll.
Give me another spot hidden from everyone, please, as well.
Dope.
A meets beats for 14.
Okay.
Lucas gets a 3.
Okay, cool. I'll just keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind for moving forward.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Not worried at all. Mallory's still remembering the dragon with its rider on it. Probably not paying attention.
There's
as much as she should have.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. You're heading towards another room. Basically, you can see through another portcullis at the end of this hallway. You can see through the portcullis, and you can see that table, the oak table, and the mummified woman sitting at the table. You see the light flickering from the torches on the walls. You're a little closer at this point, and it's the light coming from the torches looks a little odd. It's not typical fire. It looks like magical fire. It's flickering just slightly, a bit of incandescence. It's like a kind of shimmeriness to the flame.
Glitter.
A little bit of glitter in the flame.
Pearlescent.
And Wilgus, as you guys are, you're sort of taking up behind Mallory there, you can spot just in front of the portcullis at the end of this corridor, just a strange sort of pattern on the ground. It almost looks like there's just been a layer of dirt that has been haphazardly pushed over some sort of trapdoor on the floor.
Wait, Mallory!
I'm sorry, what? Yes, dear?
Hold right there! And he'll get one of the bat heads from his hood and throw the bat head onto the dirt in front of Mallory.
Just spike it into the ground.
What's this?
2 silver pieces.
You have to. You know that it's going to likely require some decent weight. So you just grab onto that bat head and just slam it down into the dirt, and it's kicks up a puff of dust and dirt. But sure enough, a 1 meter by 1 meter trapdoor just kind of opens up under the weight of that throw, and the bat head rolls down into this pit, and you can look down into this pit, and there's just at the bottom just sharp wooden stakes poking up from the bottom, and you can see a long forgotten skeleton amongst the spikes at the bottom.
I didn't think that would work. Shit.
Nice spotting, Wilkes. Thank you.
There's enough room to go around it. A keen eye would have been able to miss it, but it would have been very easy to have walked straight into that.
I'm terrified, Mallory.
Yes, I'm a little worried now. We're going to go very carefully. Checking each step. Let me know if you see another one of those, Wilkes.
If you drop down suddenly, I'll know where you went.
The portcullis that you're getting closer and closer to this time is far less rusted than the one in the other room.
It smells a bit like CRC down here, doesn't it?
Love that smell. It's great.
556 was my favorite.
It's what your dad wore the night he met your mother.
And yeah, so you're now face to face with this again. This portcullis has this alternate look into this room.
Has a face.
Yes, yeah, the literal face. It's got a disembodied face, a goblin face.
Does anyone have a key?
It'll be unlocked for sure. It was very difficult to get around this place. Mallory, do you want to try it?
Sure, why not? Can I inspect the door just in case?
You inspect it. Unlike the other one, the locking mechanism isn't fully rusted. It's it still looks to be in a locked position as you go to like try and move it. And you're just trying so gently. You don't want to cause any kind of loud noises as you try and force the door just a little bit. But it's securely locked.
Use a piece of leather. That'll dull the sound. That's if I've learned anything. A small piece of leather.
I'm starting to wonder if we should have patted down those 2 mummified guards for some keys. But we were quite busy at the time with the wife.
I've got another bat head. That would soften the sand down a lot.
Could I use blacksmithing tools to try and pick the lock?
Yeah, I guess so. What are the
Digby, help me prop him up next to the door.
I'm trying to. Do we have a? I'm just trying.
I'm mainly going off muscle memory here.
I'm trying to think of whether or not, like, blacksmithing tools would include. I'd say we can do it with we'll do it with disadvantage or with a bane, because I don't think you'd specifically have like rogue style lockpicks.
No, I don't think so either. But I will have some metal implements that I
Yeah,
could maybe
yeah.
jam into the lock. Maybe this is a fairly unskilled kind of poke and waggle.
So we'll do sleight of hand, and we'll do it with a bane.
All
I
right.
imagine he's got a really tiny anvil. It's like ding ding ding.
14, and I needed a 14.
Oh,
Was that with? Oh, did you roll it with the bane? Did you? Oh, yeah, 14.
It was my dazed condition. Gave it to me automatically.
This is a double bane then. So you know how like there's like
Double bane.
Yeah.
double bane.
bane.
So you can get multiple banes or multiple boons. So we're going to need one more standard roll. We'll take the first one, which is the 15. So 15, unfortunately, is not enough. And the little implement that you're using sort of like snaps.
As well.
Just
I
one,
failed
just
by
one of
one,
the.
and the implement snaps.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
And then you drive it into your own skull by mistake as well, finishing you off.
you
with
idiot, Christoph!
Don't break your finger off in there, man.
Why am I such a fuck up?
Because you're
Why am I
doing
stuck
it.
down here with you?
You've had a very rough night. It's not your fault, dear. Can I try and maybe, I don't know, get a knife in behind the little door part? You know, like when some doors you can open with a credit card?
This is like a massive like iron door with that requires a like massive key. I could go for lock picking, but unless you want to try, if you've got a knife you want to try and lock pick with.
Yeah, sure. Just a knife. Not my fancy knife, but
I don't think you could lockpick with just a knife. You need some sort of tools. I think the best thing we could have there was those like blacksmithing tools, but just a knife, just jangling it around, it's not going to disrupt the mechanism, not by itself.
I hate to say it, Mallory, but your idea was
I'll
probably our best bet.
I'll just run around and check the pockets on those
No,
dead
don't go
fellas.
by yourself. It's far too dangerous. We have to go together.
I'll bring Christoph.
No, yes, bring Christoph. Yes, let's go.
Right.
It's not too far, is it?
Back
Okay,
the way we
We're gonna
came.
see a white.
Watch out for traps. Look out.
Christoph falls into the trap immediately. He goes head first, hands behind his head. Into the spike.
Ninja style.
Holds a rope above his head.
Use the same footprints we came on the way in, people.
Oh, great idea.
I read that in the footprint book.
Christoph, you sort of at the back of the group as they sort of move past you to back to where the sarcophagi is. Can you give me an awareness roll?
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh. Here it comes.
Ooh, clutch. That's a 1.
Nice.
That is a
baby.
1. Just as
Dragon.
everyone moves past you and your torch flickering away, you take one last look at that portcullis with the fucking broke my tools kind of, and just at the limits of your torchlight, you see that white just slowly step into view on the other side of that portcullis.
Oh, he's back. Oh, the weight's back. I don't yell it, but I try and keep my voice down, but I try and keep the urgency in the tone. You know what I mean? Like, who's back? Oh, fucking
And then you all just hear that scraping across the ground of that morning star.
Well, let's get out of here.
Can we
Can we
hide
come
in
in?
Can we hide in sarcophagus until he's gone past?
You,
He probably has a set route. He's an NPC, of course.
Yes.
Oh,
I've heard tale of people avoiding monsters by hiding in lockers and cupboards and things.
we can give that a go. Do you want to give that a go?
Shortest adventure ever.
Are these Iron Maidens? These sarcophaguses?
No, the two that have already sort of been broken, they do look like just hollow things that would hold a body. But the remaining ones are all closed up against the wall.
well, I'm leaving. Goodbye. And I head to the south. There's no way I'm getting in the sarcophagi.
Wait for me, Digby.
Yeah, Digby is just making a run for. Well, not making a run. He's out. He's heading out of there.
He's waddling.
He's waddling off, straight past the coffins.
You
back
know
into
what?
the corridor.
Okay.
Trying to stay with everyone, of course, but
I was like, oh, do I do it for giggles? Ooh.
you can do it.
No,
It would lighten the mood.
no, hiding isn't very reckless. I'm just gonna charge out in front of you guys.
It's very brave. It's very brave.
We got, because I'm angry and I want those keys. We should have got those keys earlier. Didn't get those keys.
Well, I hope there are keys. It's a
I
good
hope
idea.
there are keys.
Christoph's still feeling pretty dazed as everyone heads away.
I'm going to
Kind of
peek
woozy.
my... Oh.
Maybe we should put him in a sarcophagus. Just to hide him.
Yes, you can suck off a guy. Now, I'm going to just peek my head around the corner. Is that white still there?
Yeah. The white is sort of like was heading towards. Can you give me a? Wondering what role we're going to have here. Just a sneaking. Just give me a sneaking roll.
Oh, and
Oh.
it's at a bane, isn't it? Because of my armor.
It should be automatic. Yeah.
7 and a 12. I failed. I needed a 5.
All right. Yeah. You poke your head around the sort of corridor to look north towards that portcullis, and just like kick just a small stone across the ground in front of you, and you do spot the white, who just like looks with its hollow eyes back down in your direction and just starts walking down towards that rusted portcullis.
Quick, throw something down the hallway so it makes a noise. So it thinks we're over the other side instead of over here.
Oh no,
Okay.
it's saw Digby.
Oh,
Oh, too late.
it spotted me. What should I do? Should we run away?
Run to the keys that may not be there.
I am going to... How far can I spray this oil?
35 meters.
I don't know, like it's just a bot. It's not like a effervescent. You haven't been fizzing it in that machine you've got at home. This is
Digby,
just
do you-
Registry.
Digby,
Breville.
do you have the torch?
Digby's got
I
me.
don't have a torch. I have a lantern. I
who's
did
got the
suggest having 2 torches lit,
'Cause
but apparently that was a fucking stupid idea, and it's much better to conserve it.
Why didn't you just light the other torch, man?
I don't have a
Why
torch.
would you do that? What a fool!
Okay,
Rookie
okay.
move.
Okay, I've got a torch.
Okay, you can light it off my
We can
lantern.
light it. Give me some of that oil.
Okay, here you go.
I'm gonna put it in my mouth and I'm gonna flamethrower the guy when he comes around the corner.
Oh, like a circus performer.
So
Like a
reckless.
circus
I-
performance.
Wait, so what?
is,
So I was
yeah.
so I was just calculating some of that fire damage that you guys did to him before. So what was the plan? You're gonna fill your mouth with oil.
Yep, and then with,
And then
with
light
my,
it.
with my lit torch, I'm gonna flamethrower him like I'm at the circus.
Yeah, it's not crude oil, right? It's like
It's just
It's
lantern.
lantern oil. It's
Lamp
lantern
oil,
oil.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, how hard could it
Food
be?
safe.
They do it at the
yeah
circus
people
all
do
the
it
time.
on
Yeah.
Cuba Street as well. So
Yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
that's
that
basic.
you can't. I will absolutely allow you to fill your beak with lantern oil.
oh, that's what it's a
If-
beak. Beaks are
this-
known for their ability to suck in a big
Yeah,
quantity
this-
of oil and pressurized blow.
If this goes wrong, this whole way is gonna smell delicious.
So the plan is
yes.
you're hearing it stomping. You're hearing it stomping down towards you from the north. You quickly grab this lantern flask, the oil flask, put your beak to the thing, and just like fill your beak with it. And then the plan is to jump out into the hallway with your torch
Yep.
into the open and just spray it with fire. Yeah, that's the plan.
Angry, I'm not thinking straight.
It's
All
a
right.
good idea.
No, I'm just trying to get the idea of like.
I'm saying this to Mallory.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure you think it's a stupid idea.
Roll
Mary
initiative.
is like,
Roll initiative. Pull an initiative card, please. So token. Click that initiative card. Everybody, just so we
My
get
token.
turn orders in place.
Now, how do we
Initiative.
get to the initiative?
card.
Click on the little book icon. Click on the initiative button. Make sure you click your token, then click the sword.
No,
So
of
easy.
course it's just going to go and screw itself. All right, we're not going to use that system anymore. That screwed itself. Let's just we'll drag a card out. Let me just get those cards available for everybody. Pull a card from the initiative pile and just drag it next to your token. Nice and easy instead.
Oh, where did my card go?
Mine's in the shadow.
Just move them so you can see them, I guess.
I can't move it.
Hang on.
I can't move it either.
I can see it though. That's 2.
I got a 9.
Come here. Come here.
Thank you.
Let me just move these and the white. And we'll just grab 2 cards for Sir White. All right, first up in the initiative is Christoph. You're sort of like dazed from
You want
behind, and you're seeing Mallory filling her beak.
Yeah, we're thirsty, Mallory.
Oh, is this for my previous card? I lost my card.
Where did that fall?
I think I accidentally drew 2 because I put it next.
Oh,
to
what
me,
did you
but
have
I couldn't
originally?
see it. I think the 4 was the original
Oh,
one.
okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's right. I can remove that card.
Wait, I put this 6.
There you get rid of my 8.
Oh my gosh. All right.
But I'll have that 6.
Here you go.
Sure. That still works anyway.
Ta-da!
That's totally fine.
There you go. Nice.
Um,
you.
I go
so
back
yeah.
over here.
Christoph, is there anything you'd want to do, or
I just start lurching up the corridor, going like, "Oh, it looks like you're taking a wee drink. Great idea."
and next up in the turn
Hopefully that
order.
helps, team.
Next up in the turn order is the White, who just phases through this rusted portcullis and moves right up to Mallory with her beak full. And rolls a 1. It just lets out this unholy roar. Its decomposed skull contorts and just lets out this roar that just cuts through the air like a rusty blade through your soul. Can everybody within 10 meters, 2, 4, 6? That's all of you. Can you give me a willpower roll, please?
Oh, shucks.
Oh, no, wait. Actually, you don't even roll. You just suffer a fear attack. It's just a straight... You just suffer a fear attack.
What's that mean?
Fears. Can everyone please give me a D8?
This game's
Ooh, keep
They have no chance of rolling.
Who would have thought approaching like
got
the
an
big
8.
bad of this
Perfect.
area right head on is going to be
a
a
couple
bad
of
idea.
8s.
What did everyone roll? Let's start
What am I
with
rolling? Sorry.
just a D8.
Do you want to
A
have a
D8. Sorry.
Oh,
It's
I
just
got
an
an
8
8.
for me, Game Master.
Okay, we'll start with how I see the rolls. Wilgus rolled a 3. It just leaves you out of breath and makes you exhausted. So you get the exhausted condition. You're just like and just become exhausted. Adam, Christoph, in a fit of utter panic, you flee the scene as fast as you can. On your next turn, you must dash away from the source of your fear. And every turn make a willpower roll to see if you can start acting normally again.
Oh, that's crazy. That's what I would have done by my own free will. So perfect.
Okay, Moj, for
You swallow
Mallory...
the oil.
Do I do a
Mallory-
spit take at least?
Yeah, for sure. This thing just like is right up in your face when it lets that roar out, and you spit take, and you two are in a state of utter panic. You can flee in any direction because it's right in front of you. It can be away, it can be down any of the corridors, but you get to choose where you're gonna sprint off to on your next turn. And for Digby, you just scream in horror, which causes... Oh my god. You scream in horror, which causes everybody else to require another fear attack.
Oh, shit. It's another D8.
I'm scarier than this thing.
So just sorry.
You too.
So it's a willpower roll from everyone else to see if they can fight that.
I don't see why they get to roll.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone manages to just hear Digby roll, and they're too caught up in their own fear and exhaustion, which is a perfect end for the session.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Glad I was paying attention, like you forewarned, Reagan. That's how fucked up I was going to get.
Wow. Okay. I'll be honest. You guys survived longer than I thought you might have, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Hooray!
Nothing prepped for next session.
Really?
Well, it's one of those interesting things where it's like things can go real bad really fast in Dragonbane, like because they don't have to roll to try to hit. If it's just a specific roll, then an attack happens, and like we saw with Christoph, just a massive like double damage roll just straight off the bat. It's basically an instant crit just because it rolled that attack. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else I was expecting. I was kind of... This is a hard one. It's a real hard one. Anyway, we'll get on to the experience. Did you participate in the game session? Give an advancement mark to one of your skills that you want to try and level up. Did you explore a new location? I would say the halls of Riddermound, absolutely. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? The bats. You did with the bats.
Yes.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Poison.
Poison. Yeah. Perfect. And did you give in to your weakness, which is optional?
Go to sleep.
Not tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Go to joining the circus.
Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll start with Wilgus. What are you trying to level up?
Oh, I clicked that. I shouldn't have clicked that. All right, so I got healing during the session, so that gets a tick. I'm gonna add knives, evade, awareness, and then 2 more. Let's go swords and spot hidden, and then I click each of those to make it a thing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So I've got them all clicked, and the first one I'll click is knives, and I click it, and that's all I do. And I want to get
higher.
More. So that's
Yeah.
a nothing.
That's a nothing.
Cool. So then I do the same for swords. I click on swords. I want to get more. And Shiza. And then I do awareness. I want to get higher than a nope. And then evade. I want to get more than a nope. And then
Oh wait,
lastly,
you've been rolling with doubles. Why are you rolling? You've been rolling doubles for
exhausted.
Oh, and you've been taking the lowest ones. So knives, you rolled an 18 and a 10, so an 18 is a success. So bump up your knives.
Oh, yeah.
Swords, no such luck. Awareness, that was a 14 and a 4, which is still not enough. And an 8 and a 1 for evade, still not enough. So you at least get knives.
Okay, and lastly, healing. No.
No.
And I'm good.
Okay. Moj, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I might just try rolling a dice without anything. Let's see. So I'm going for awareness. Beat an 11. Oh,
Yep, that's a 12.
yay! Oh, that's right. We're going higher. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Healing. Beat an 11 again.
No.
Okay. So no one healing. Myths and legends. Let's go. Beat a 5.
Yay!
E. Sleight of hand. Beat a 7.
No.
Oh,
It's a 6.
spot hidden. Beat an 11.
No. It's a bad level up night tonight.
It's okay. No,
Anything
it's not
else?
so bad. I've got one more. Knives.
Oh, yeah, knives.
Come on, knives. Let's go knives. Beat a 15. No,
Oh.
it's all right. Thank you very much.
Adam, you're up next.
All right, I'll go awareness. Boom.
Perfect.
We're up. Why did I take bluff? Oh, no, that's right. I ticked bluffing and decided I wouldn't go bluffing.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do bluffing. Evade. I need to beat a 7, which I've done conclusively. I need to get a 12 or above for spot hidden, which I have not done.
No.
That's okay. And then lastly, it's hammer time. I need to beat a 12, and I've done that.
Nice.
Goodness me. That's well, it was a good session for me.
Awesome.
I mean, apart from the actual game.
Digby.
Okay, I got a tick on awareness because I rolled a 20
Nice.
on that. Need to beat a 15 and I got a 9. Bluffing, I need to beat a 12. I got a 12, which doesn't count because meets
it
doesn't
doesn't.
beat in this circumstance. And evade, I need to beat a 10. And I got a 7. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Sleight of hand, I need to be a 6, but I probably won't. Oh, I got a 17.
Yay.
Sleight of hand. And knives for the final one need to be 11. And I got a 9, which is bad. Okay. So level up one thing. There we go.
How is anyone's skills at or nearing like 18? Has anyone got a skill nearing that point? Because if you get a certain skill to 18, then you get yourself a new heroic ability. So you get to pick something cool to add to your character. Cool. All right. Well, that's us. That's us for tonight. Thanks, guys. Should be a good session next week.
Short session.
A good and last session.
Opens on us fleeing in all directions.
There's things I would love to say. I can't say a thing, so we'll just leave it at that. We will give away the last Roll20 Dragonbane core set next week. So to one of the YouTube commenters and subscribers. So subscribe there, leave a comment on one of our sessions about what your favorite part of the session was, and you'll go on the draw. And honestly, people are watching, no one's leaving comments, so you've got a pretty good chance of getting one if you just leave a comment. But we'll see you guys at the same time next week. Thanks to you guys for a great session.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
See ya.
Night.
And
Ciao.
congrats. Drop Shadow. Congrats. See ya.
Bye.
Blah, blah, blah.